Welcome back. I want to ask you a question and just role play with me for the minute. And this kind of thought occurred to me somewhere this week. I want you to imagine that you had $5 just to survive off of food for the week. Imagine that. Just what would your meal look like? What would your diet look like? What would your grocery shopping look like? What would your stress levels look like? Think about that. Think about that for a second. I know some of you right now saying, "Oh, it's not possible. I don't know how I would do that. How is that even?" And some of you that have been addicted to the struggle your whole life is probably already thinking, "I can do that with my hands now. I could do that with my eyes closed. I could do that one arm time behind my back." Like some of you are probably thinking that right now. And then some of you are like, "I don't even know what I would do or what I would start." Now imagine that you the next week you had $10 and doubled the amount. Would your meal preparation stay the same, or would it change, or would it fluctuate? Would it go up? Would it go down? Would you just buy more? Or would you be grounded and conditioned into yourself and saying, "Well, I never know if I'm going to have this extra $5, so I'm going to live exactly how I normally would"? Or would some of you splurge and say, you only live once? What if that next week, that third week, it went up to $20 because it doubled again? Now you've got $20. It may seem like a lot more change because it's 4 times the amount of what you started with 2 weeks ago. Would your meal prep change? Would your situation change? Would your lifestyle change? Would your eating change? Would you go out to eat once? Would you not? What would you do? Thinking about all that situation. The next week it changes and it doubles again. Now you're at 40. Ask yourself those same questions. Would it change? What would you do different? Would you do nothing different? Would you add on? Would you separate? Thinking about that. The next week it doubles again, that 80. And there's a reason that we're doing this. And we get to 80. Now what would your meals look like? What would your planning look like? What would your thoughts look like? What would your diet look like? Because in the beginning, you were probably eating ramen noodles and junk and whatever else you could grab your hands onto that was underneath, 30, 40 cents. The week after that, you have 160. So within 5-6 weeks, you're living almost 20 times and 30 times higher than what you were when you started. Now, the reason I say this is because your life is an investment. If you're putting away just a little bit into yourself every day, every week, you're actually paying yourself to survive. You're mentally preparing yourself. You're growing spiritually. You're growing physically. You're investing in yourself. And you're not going to stay on the same budget for the 90% of you that probably agree with that. Take the time, invest in yourself. 24 hours better.